Lebaran or Idul Fitri is the popular name for Eid al-Fitr in Indonesia, and is one of the major national holiday in the country. Lebaran holiday officially lasts for 2 days in the Indonesian calendar, although the government usually declares a few days before and after the Lebaran as a bank holiday. Many individuals or families, especially Muslims, take paid time off from their workplace during these days. Idul Fitri is Indonesian spelling of Arabic Eid al-Fitr. While Lebaran is localized name for this festive occasion, the etymology is not clear. It is suggested derived from Javanese word lebar, which means finished. Then the word lebar is absorbed into Indonesian language with additional suffix -an, so it becomes a common vocabulary for a celebration when the fasting ritual is finished, or derived from Sundanese word lebar, which means abundance or many, to describe the abundance of foods and delicacies served for visiting guests, family, relatives, neighbors, and friends during this festive occasion. Another theory suggested Lebaran is derived from Betawi, lebar, which means wide and broad, so the celebration means to broaden or widen one's heart feeling after fasting ritual of Ramadhan. Madurese people have also a similar word called lober to describe the completion of Ramadhan fast. It is also possible the word Lebaran derived from the word luber-an Lebaran, which means overflow or flocking. The term Lebaran usually used specific to describe Eid al-Fitr Islamic holiday, however in looser terms it's sometimes used to describe similar festivals and celebrations. For example, in Indonesian the term Lebaran Haji is informally used to describe Eid al-Adha, also Lebaran Cina for Chinese New Year. Christmas, however, although bearing similarity in abundance of foods, is never referred to as Lebaran, but just Natal or Natalan instead. The Lebaran etymology was derived from Javanese word, and according to Indonesian Muslim scholar Umakayam, Lebaran tradition was the result of acculturation between Javanese culture and Islam during the 15th century. According to Javanese traditions, the local Lebaran tradition of Idul Fitri was first started when Sunan Bonang, one of Wali Songo of Tuban in 15th century Java, calls for the Muslims to elevate the perfection of their Ramadan fast by asking forgiveness and forgiving others' wrongdoings. The asking and giving for forgiveness during Eid al-Fitr is quite unique among Indonesian Muslims. That did not occur among Muslims of Middle East, Indian subcontinent or elsewhere. Most of world Muslims would only express Eid Mubarak. Other Lebaran traditions, that uniquely local and derived from Javanese traditions, are Sungkem and consuming Ketupit. Sungkem is Javanese tradition, to ask for blessing and forgiveness from parents, grandparents and elders. The parents sitting on the chair, while the children and youngsters bowing deep with their nose tip touches their hands, that rest upon parents' laps. It is the sign of humility, expressing dedication and honoring parents and elders. Another tradition is consuming Ketupit or Kupit in Javanese language. The tradition on preparing and consuming Ketupit during Lebaran is believed to be introduced by Sunan Kalijaga, one of Wali Songo, that spread Islam in Java, as it contains some symbolism. It is believed that Kupit means ngaku lepet or admitting one's mistakes in Javanese. The crossed weaving of palm leaves symbolizes mistakes and sins committed by human beings, and the inner whitish rice cake symbolize purity and deliverance from sins after observing Ramadan fast, prayer and rituals. Other than Java, the tradition on consuming Ketupit during Eid al-Fitr also can be found throughout Indonesia, from Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Nusa Tenggara, also to neighboring Malaysia. Additionally, in Indonesia, Idul Fitri has a legally mandated salary bonus for all employees, known as Tunjangan Hari Raya, as initially enforced by Indonesia's Ministry of Manpower and Transmigration in 1950s. The mandated amount of this salary bonus differs by region. For example, within the Jakarta region it must not be less than 1 month's full salary paid in advance of Idul Fitri, in addition to the employee's regular salary. Thus, Idul Fitri is also a paid holiday. Breaching or withholding THR is a very serious labor law infraction and punished severely, regardless of employer status or position.